Hello, everybody. Welcome to Late Night Football. Welcome to our reaction show. And we're talking about Napoli's statement that they have just issued a little while ago about the controversy around Victor Osimhen and the video that was released on TikTok. Now, for those of you who might not be aware, Napoli released a video. The official there was a video that was released on about Victor Osimhen and the penalty that he got in the last game. I think Napoli released it on their channel, and it was not very nice. It was not very. It was very stereotypical, very racial, racially profiled. It is just not a good watch. If you haven't seen it, I recommend don't watch it because it's just not. It even beyond everything else. It's just distasteful, and I don't know I don't know who decided to put that video up or who thought it would be a good idea to put that video up, but it was very offensive, and there's no getting it. There's no two ways around it. It was very offensive, and there was a lot of controversy around it. Of course, Osimhen wasn't happy. That his agent talked about maybe taking legal action against the club. He's obviously had a rift with some of the senior management, rightfully so. For putting that kind of stuff out there. And now Napoli have come out and issued a statement which was supposed to be an apology. And I say statement because at first I thought, okay, that's an apology, but it's not an apology. It's actually just a statement. And Fabrizio Romano has, of course, posted it on his channel as well, but it's been posted on the Napoli official channel as well. Where, I mean, if you look at that statement, it is such a weird statement, such a bizarre statement. I've used that word before, but it's really bizarre because in some ways, they're trying to, I almost feel like, they're trying to apologize without apologizing, and in turns they've never apologized, because what they've said is that there was a video that was posted. But you know what, let me just find that statement for you so I can actually read it out here as we're talking. So basically it's like, well, we never we never wanted to exploit any issue. We never wanted to offend or mock Victor Osimhen, who is a treasure of this club. As proof of that, during the summer training, the club rebuffed every offer that was made to transfer the striker. Right? That's what they said. And it says social media, in particular TikTok, has always used an expressive form of language with a light heart and creativity without wanting to, as in the case with Osimhen as a protagonist, have any intention of insult or derision. In any case, if Victor perceived any offense towards him, this was not what the club intended. I mean, look at that. Look at what a nicely worded statement, isn't it? When you're trying to avoid controversy, what a nicely worded statement. And I said that with all the sarcasm in the world. I mean, first of all, let's address the first part, right? I mean, they're talking about, well, we love Victor Osimhen. Hey, look, we love Victor Osimhen. We never sold him. We wanted to keep him. We never sold him. So, we love him. We don't want to exploit him. Imagine that. That's like saying that, I'm not I can't be a racist, even though I made racist remarks because, I've hired so and so black people in my organization. I mean, it's just, that kind of statement just doesn't work. It's so wishy-washy. It doesn't work in today's modern world. That is just it's a ridiculous statement to start off with. And the reason why they started off with that is almost to show, hey, look, we love Victor Osimhen. We didn't sell him. If we didn't love him, we would have sold him for 150. You didn't sell him because nobody was going to pay 150 million pounds for him. If somebody paid 150 million pounds for him, 200 million pounds for him, you would have sold him. But oh hey, we didn't sell him. So we love him. It's just ridiculous, right? And then beyond that, then they go like, well, social media, it's like that. It's the world of social media. It's supposed to be lighthearted. Take it as a joke. This is what it is. It's a joke. Take it as a joke. Why is anybody getting offended? And sorry that you feel that way. Right? It's that kind of thing, right? It's not sorry we did it. It's sorry that you feel that way. Like that's not an apology. That is just. And I think what has happened here now. I am a believer in second chances. I've always been open about that, and I don't feel that mistakes happen. Yes, sometimes mistakes are very bad and very distasteful, and in this case, not very offensive. But they happen. People make mistakes all the time, and I always believe that people deserve a second chance. But they don't deserve a second chance just because I say so. The second just because I think that they should, and the second chance should be that you're shown that you can learn, that you've learned from it, that you've realized you made a mistake, and now you're going to do whatever you can in your power to learn from it and become a better person in the future. That is how you earn second chances. You don't just earn people think like that I'm just someone who's very pacifistic or very woke or whatever. That's not the case. The case is that you deserve a second chance, but you deserve a second chance based on the actions that you put after you made a mistake. If you don't repent from it, and if you think, oh no, I didn't make a mistake, I didn't do anything wrong, then you don't deserve a second chance, and you deserve all the bad karma that comes your way. I think what has happened here, what should have happened here, is that the person who was doing the social media, because this is some person, this is not Napoli's club director or CEO, somebody has gone and posted that doesn't happen. It is somebody in the communications department, in the marketing department, that has gone and thought, this is a great idea, this is a funny video, let's post it up, let's do it. Somebody thought that person should have either been fired, let go, or that person should have been told, this is not appropriate, you're going to racial sensitivity training tomorrow. Starting tomorrow, you're going to racial sensitivity training, and they're going to learn from it. That is what should have happened, right? And of course, sometimes these kind of things have approvals. So whoever was their manager, in that department, should have also been told, you're going to racial sensitivity training as well, because this kind of thing is unacceptable. And what the hell kind of organization are you running here that you're posting these kind of things up? That is what should have happened, right? And then you of course come out with, and then somebody new, not the people, not that the same team that posted this video, but somebody new, somebody else has got to put that statement out saying, look, this is, we didn't realize that this would be offensive, this is a mistake on our part, because that happens sometimes. Sometimes things that are perceived as offensive are not always seen as offensive by everyone. That happens, right? But that doesn't mean that it's not valid or legitimate. It just means that there was an oversight. But you come out and you apologize. You said, yes, we didn't realize that this would be offensive. We realized a mistake. We're going to learn from it. We're going to, we're doing this. We're going to racial sensitivity training. We're going to work on, our inclusive strategies. You got to put something out there that actually talks about the action that you're going to take. And you're sorry, but this is the action that we're going to take to rectify this so that this doesn't happen in future. That is how you do it. The thing what has happened here, and this is a theory of mine, is that the people who posted it, they've doubled down on it. They've gone, what the hell? We just posted a funny video. It was supposed to be taken as a joke. Why can't people just take a joke anymore these days? Oh God, the whole world is woke and crap. Oh, woke. Let's post it. And so the same people have doubled down, and the same people have put this one out, because it's a team that comes in a fire, right? Somebody has, questioned the communications team. So the communications team has wrote this statement out saying, this is why we did it. But we didn't think it was offensive. And if Victor thinks it was offensive, well, we didn't intend it. So whatever, suck it up, Victor. Don't think too hard about it. And people on Twitter, don't think too hard about it. It's the same thing as the Luis Rubiales one that happened before, right? Where it was like, this was people are just stirring up controversy. It's like that. It's people like that who don't realize that they've done something wrong, or who don't want to believe that they've done something wrong. And Italy has long had a problem with racism. I mean, we know that racism in Italian football is prevalent. It is institutionalized in many ways. I mean, Lukaku has spoken out about it. There are other players. I think Tomori has spoken out about it as well. A lot of black players in the past have spoken out about it. And it doesn't change, and that is the problem. The institutionalized racism in Italy is a massive problem, and it's the same people who who are doing the chants and all of that in the stadium. Many of the same people are actually working in the organizations and doing these kind of roles where they have the freedom to kind of post stuff with no oversight, because the people above them also are institutionally racialized, so racist, institutionally racist. Sorry, that's racist. So it's the whole culture that needs to change. And it's not going to change, because if the person above, if the Napoli, if somebody in the Napoli director hierarchy hasn't thought that was racist, then they will approve what this statement was put out, because they'll be like, yeah, the people, it's just a joke. Take it as a joke, people. What? Yeah, sure, put that out, right? Whereas if somebody in that hierarchy was thinking, no, you know what, we actually made a messed up here. That is not good. That is not right. That is not the kind of thing that should be going out. What the hell's going on? And then they push. It has to come from leadership the way down. It doesn't, normally it's got to come from the top down. And if it's not there at the top, then the people who are here who don't think that it's a bad thing will not be made aware that they've made a mistake, will not be pressurized into amending for the mistakes that they made. So I know we're getting a little bit off track with football, but these are important things to talk about as well. So I do think that somewhere that has happened, and somebody has gone, we just made a joke, and people can't take a joke these days. And the world is bad. The world is too woke. Let's let's put a statement out saying that this is why we did it. Let's double down on it. Let's tell people why we did it, and that's it, right? And people don't understand that. That's not how the world works anymore. You've got to be you've got to be understanding of what you're doing, and you've got to be aware of what of how the world operates today, and what is considered acceptable and what isn't. And something like that video is just unacceptable. I mean, it is so it's just in 2023, that's just not going to work. But yeah, some people don't want to change, right? And that's just what it is. Anyway, I do blame the club for this. I don't blame the club for the video that went out, because, and by I don't blame the club. By that I mean, it's a couple of people, right? It's a communications person who thought this is funny, and it's their manager who thought, yeah, sure, put it out. It's people, right? It's people posting it, and mistakes happen. Mistakes happen, oversight sometimes. Not everyone can check everything. It's not like the CEO or the director is going to check every tweet that goes out. That doesn't happen. It doesn't happen anyway. That is understandable, not acceptable, but that is understandable, that that there was oversight. The club has to then act on that oversight. It has to then go, right, this has happened, this is bad, how are we going to fix this, what is going to happen, what are you doing about it, what is happening to that person who posted it, what is happening to that person's manager, who's taking responsibility for this. We've got to take, nobody's taking responsibility for it. That is what I blame the club. I blame the club for not taking responsibility, and that is what I mean by second chance. I would have been willing to say, right, it happened, it's fine, let's move on from it. The club has apologized, they're working on this, they're going to fix this, and they're going to make sure it doesn't happen again, so let's give them a chance, let's move on from this. But they have not done that. They've not done that. What they've instead done is, somebody is they probably the communication, the manager probably went, hey, it was just a joke. I don't know why people can't take a joke these days. Seriously, the world is too it's just not working anymore for us. Like, what the hell? Let's put this statement out. What do you think? We should put this statement out and tell people that this is what we intended to do, and people can let's just tell people that it was meant as a joke, and that we should tell people that they should take it as a joke and not as something serious, right? And as somebody at the top, and nobody in the club hierarchy has said, no, that is stupid. What the hell are you doing? What the fuck do you think you're saying? This is not how the world operates anymore. This is not acceptable anymore. This is offensive. Put out a proper apology. Tell them that you're going to tell them that you're going to work on the solution. Do the steps that we've agreed on doing, and go do that. Don't put such kind of ridiculous statements out. And so nobody at the club has decided to do that, and therefore I do hold the club accountable for that statement, to put that out. It is absolutely unacceptable for a big club like Napoli to be doing stuff like that. But let's see what happens. Let's see if something changes. Let's see if Napoli come back with a proper apology. Because as I said, it's Italy, it's Serie A. It's there is a problem with racism, and the only thing we can do as fans is we can put pressure on Napoli to come up with a proper apology, to come up with proper steps to be taken to make sure something like this doesn't happen again, and to make sure that they properly apologize to Victor Osimhen for doing that kind of stuff, because he doesn't deserve that either. So let's hope for that. But I wouldn't hold my breath, and sadly that's what the world has come to. But let's hope something more tangible comes out of this. Anyway, share your thoughts on this. Maybe you disagree with what I've said. Maybe you agree with what I've said. Do mention that in the comments. Always love hearing from you guys. I know it's a sensitive topic, but I think it's something that we do need to talk about. So do share your thoughts. If you liked what I said, do smash like on the video. But it's not this one is not something that I do for likes. This kind of video is not something for likes. It's really to talk about a serious issue that needs to be brought attention to every single time whenever it happens. So yeah, for that, thank you so much for watching. We'll see you again soon. Bye bye.